Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Adventures in Love and Birding is one of those Hallmark productions that feels like more than just a movie. It blends romance, discovery, and the breathtaking beauty of nature into one charming story that leaves viewers wanting to know more about where it all came to life. When audiences watch the story unfold, they're often drawn not only to the characters, but also to the striking backdrops, the sense of place, and the settings that look so perfectly chosen. The film carries a warmth and authenticity that makes people ask, where was this filmed, and what stories do the cast have about working in those locations? The production team selected locations that didn't just serve as a backdrop, but actually elevated the romance and adventure of the story. For Hallmark fans, location is always a key part of the viewing experience. The network is known for selecting charming towns, scenic landscapes, and welcoming communities that make every film feel like a postcard brought to life. In the case of Adventures in Love and Birding, the filming sites were carefully chosen to highlight the themes of nature, travel, and unexpected romance. When we look closely at where the movie was filmed, it becomes clear how much thought went into every scene. The filmmakers wanted authenticity for the birdwatching elements. They needed environments where real wildlife could be part of the atmosphere, and they wanted towns that felt alive with charm yet open enough to highlight sweeping views of nature. The end result is a blend of cozy streets, picturesque parks, and breathtaking outdoor spaces that almost act as characters in their own right. The cast themselves have shared stories about working in these locations. Shooting in natural environments brings a unique set of challenges and joys. From unexpected weather shifts to actual encounters with birds and wildlife, the filming process had its surprises. For the actors, these moments often created genuine reactions on camera, something that added a layer of realism you can't always script. Imagine preparing to deliver a romantic line, only for a bird to swoop in at just the right moment. These unscripted instances gave the film an authenticity that fans immediately picked up on. The heart of the story is built around the love of birding, which is why natural reserves, wooded trails, and lakeside views play such an important role in the film. These were not just stage sets. The production used real parks and scenic areas where birdwatchers often gather. That gave the film a strong sense of connection to the real hobby and to the community of birders who would immediately recognize the authenticity. One of the standout filming areas featured charming town streets lined with small shops and inviting cafes. These locations were not fabricated on studio lots but were real places that the production temporarily transformed into film sets. Locals often report how exciting it is when a Hallmark movie comes to town. For several days or even weeks, their neighborhood becomes part of the movie magic. Shop owners sometimes even get to appear as extras, adding to the film's charm. Adventures in Love and Birding followed that same pattern, bringing community members into the background of certain scenes. The cast stories about filming in these locations are equally captivating. Lead actors have mentioned how being surrounded by such natural beauty helped them connect more deeply with their characters. When you're delivering lines about discovery, love, and paying attention to the little things in life, it resonates differently if you're standing under a canopy of trees while listening to actual birdsong. The realism grounds the performance, making the emotions feel truer on screen. There's also something worth noting about the way Hallmark productions usually handle weather. Shooting often happens in condensed schedules, and sometimes what viewers see as a warm, sunny day was actually filmed during chilly mornings or drizzly afternoons. Cast members from Adventures in Love and Birding have mentioned that some scenes required them to layer up between takes, only to shed the coats when the cameras rolled. That's the kind of behind-the-scenes reality viewers rarely think about when they're swept up in the cozy romance. Of course, no Hallmark film is complete without stunning views. For this movie, the production team scouted areas where nature could shine on camera. Mountains in the distance, open fields where birdwatchers could gather, and peaceful bodies of water all made their way into the film. Some of these spots are accessible for real-life visitors, which means fans can actually go and experience the beauty firsthand. That's part of the fun. Hallmark movies often inspire tourism, as fans travel to filming sites to see for themselves where their favorite moments were captured. Another fascinating element is how the filmmakers used light. Shooting outdoors requires chasing the best natural lighting. Sunrise and sunset are prized times for capturing magical shots, and Adventures in Love and Birding use them well. The golden glow of the sun across a landscape adds romance without needing extra effects. Cast members have described the early mornings on set, waking before dawn to be ready when the light was perfect. Those sacrifices created scenes that feel warm, serene, and timeless on screen. One scene in particular stood out because it was filmed in a location that already had strong ties to birdwatching. Locals familiar with the area recognized it instantly. That connection made the film even more special for those who know the region, and it underscored the filmmaker's dedication to authenticity. For the actors, stepping into real spaces where actual birders frequent gave their performances an extra layer of realism. It wasn't just pretend. They were walking the same trails enthusiasts explore every day. The romantic storyline, too, feels amplified by the environment. Watching two people fall in love in the middle of a lush green forest or beside a peaceful lake carries more emotional weight than a simple indoor setting could provide. Nature became a silent character, guiding the pace of the story. Cast members have shared that they often felt more connected to their roles when surrounded by these landscapes. The quiet stillness between takes allowed them to reflect on their characters' journeys in ways that might not have been possible on a soundstage. There's also the community aspect of filming in small towns. Residents often recall seeing cast and crew setting up equipment, and many love watching their local landmarks appear on screen. For Adventures in Love and Birding, the film not only brought temporary excitement, but also left a lasting impression on the town. Shops that were featured often see fans visiting after the movie airs, asking questions and taking pictures. The sense of pride for locals is real. Having their home showcased in a Hallmark production is something they treasure. The birdwatching theme also brought in an interesting technical challenge. Capturing real birds on film is not easy. Cast and crew had to be patient, waiting for the right moments when nature cooperated. At times, bird calls were added later during editing, but in other instances, the cast genuinely reacted to what they saw in the environment. Those little authentic touches added richness to the final product. Actors have even said that staying in character while a bird unexpectedly appeared was both challenging and delightful. The costumes and props were also tied to the location. The wardrobe department had to balance stylish choices with practical outfits that made sense for outdoor exploration. Hiking boots, binoculars, and field guides were all part of the visual language of the film. Using them in real natural environments made the story feel less like fiction and more like something viewers could imagine experiencing themselves. That's one of the reasons the film resonates so strongly. Audiences feel they could step right into the story. Cinematography played a key role in highlighting the filming locations. Wide, sweeping shots emphasized the grandeur of the landscapes, while close-ups of birds or delicate flowers reminded viewers to notice the little details. That visual storytelling mirrors the themes of the movie itself, paying attention, appreciating nature, and finding unexpected beauty in life. The choice of filming sites made all of that possible, turning simple moments into cinematic highlights. The cast's experiences off-camera in these locations also shaped their performances. They've mentioned exploring nearby restaurants, walking through town squares, and enjoying the local culture during breaks from filming. Those personal moments helped them feel more connected to the environment, which naturally carried over into their acting. For a film that's about finding love and adventure in unexpected places, it's fitting that the actors themselves had enriching experiences while working there. When fans ask where Adventures in Love and Birding was filmed, they're really asking to connect more deeply with the story. Knowing the towns, parks, and reserves used in the production allows them to imagine themselves there, walking the same paths, hearing the same birdsong, and maybe even experiencing their own little adventure. The film was crafted to inspire that kind of connection, and the filming locations were chosen to make it possible. Adventures in Love and Birding continues Hallmark's tradition of using settings as more than just scenery. These locations become part of the narrative, shaping how the romance unfolds and grounding the characters' journeys in authenticity. For viewers who are drawn to both the beauty of nature and the warmth of Hallmark storytelling, this film offers the perfect combination. The cast's stories about filming only deepen that connection, reminding us that sometimes the most magical moments happen when the cameras aren't even rolling. So when you sit down to rewatch Adventures in Love and Birding, Pay attention to the backgrounds. Notice the forests, the parks, the town streets, and the skies overhead. Each of those elements was carefully chosen. Each location selected to elevate the story and bring it to life in a way that feels real, romantic, and unforgettable. And for the cast, those places will forever hold memories of long days, early mornings, unexpected laughter, and the joy of creating something beautiful together. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.